Hello, welcome to. I'm here, I'm present, I know what's going on. Welcome to another Ultra Cosmic Connections. A little bit different than last time. I might actually keep it quick, unlike what I said previously. So, I think it goes without saying. I will always have notes. Those are always going to be in front of me at some point. Just keeps me going focused. I actually think it's better if I move you over here and I move over here. I kind of like the other angle camera wise, but hey, I'm just rambling. So, we're here. Ultra Cosmic Connections. Very cool. I'm not going to do the VHS thing like last time. Overcomplicated. I'm going to save that for future endeavors. And ultimately, I have this other cool camera that I did intend on setting up, but it's kind of being funny. So, we have this cool little Vivitar whatever. Here, listen to the noise it makes when it opens up. I don't know if you heard that, but it was funny. Alright, going to talk about a few key points this time. Energy healing, very cool. Cosmic power is what I wrote down here. We'll get to that. And then card reading, my intro to it, and we'll do another card reading because I think it's pretty cool. All the people be doing that on TikTok and whatever. I think that's pretty cool. I like the cards, so I'm gonna keep doing that too. I think it might be fun if I just read my notes and then talk about whatever I say. Energy healing is vast and beautiful. Yes, very much so. So my introduction to energy healing. I don't actually know like the first time that I would have experienced energy healing. That's a whole thing, right? It's in so many different capacities. I think a big and cool way for me as an introduction was acupuncture. Definitely a very cool way to feel the energy working through you and healing you as you're involved in that, right? And then getting to Reiki when Siobhan became a Reiki master, that was very, very cool to me, and the idea of all of this stuff, right? So these things have made a really big impact for me in the way that I view life and live life, and the ways that I kind of regulate or take care of myself. It makes a big difference in the ways that I kind of let these things flow through me more freely and without as much restriction, or letting things kind of just do their own work, I guess, easily said. There's a lot of stuff I could say in between here, but I said I was going to make this short, so I had my own attunement, my own Reiki attunement, and that was such a wonderful, cool experience, or rather, energy healing attunement, where I just have had a whole lot of change since then. That was kind of the start of a lot of these ideas of like, how am I going to bring these things forward, and some card readings at the time, so it only feels right to kind of incorporate talking about those or bringing that to the table when I create cool content like this, right? But it wasn't like inherently easy. There was definitely a lot of difficulty that comes with handling energy, working with energy, other people's energy, your own energy. A lot of energy going around, being thrown around and all over the place, in your face. I'm sorry I sound like Dr. Seuss. That's just how it's going right now. But there is a lot going on with this, right? So it can be a lot. And at first, it was quite a struggle for myself. Like, it was really hard to actually get centered and right with myself. And that's how I ended up here. So, and I'm really loving it. I feel like energy healing has really opened me up to healing in my own ways, on my own journey, through lots of different things that have influenced my experience in life. So, very sweet way to go to the next thing, I would say. I keep mentioning the cards. I should just mention the bear spirit is with us, or with me anyway, for sure. And this card came to me yesterday. I was feeling not a slump, but what I would say is just feeling kind of. I was feeling like the stuff that I'm putting out wasn't landing the way that I wanted it to, and then I realized it doesn't really matter as long as I can look back at the work that I'm doing and be proud of it. So that's cool, and I got through it, and it was a very cool card to pull. It just told me to take a bit of time to balance with myself, which I definitely have put into practice the last entire time trying to make these videos, because it's not necessarily easy to keep doing this while also having like a whole life and a job and all the things that you don't think about necessarily when you're just scrolling through all the stuff as I might be doing sometimes while I'm at work. Having that card with us will go into Cosmic Power. After reading my notes, I now know what this is about. It's about how I decided to. I guess I didn't decide. So one night I randomly had a meditation because I couldn't sleep for the life of me. And usually, very easy. No problems falling asleep. But this was very difficult. I just got over being sick. Couldn't sleep. I did a whole bunch of stuff and then had a very cool meditation where I basically just like talked with my guides who, you communicate with these different things through different mediums. Like for me, my pendulum was a big first introduction to kind of communicating with guides and spirits and all sorts of cool stuff that some people might think is a little crazy. That's fair. But all with safeguards in mind, right? Like, I'm not inviting everything into my space, into my life, into my boundaries. That's also kind of going back to the energy work and like how you handle yourself in that. So I saw like all my cool ancestor things and had some really cool visions and whatnot. And then I realized like, oh, they're just right there with me, and I have the ability to kind of just call on them when I need to and talk with them. And over the last 3-4 months since that happened, I've actually had a really cool like kind of buddy relationship with them, and I've learned how to tap into those feelings, kind of like intuition, but a different level of intuition where you kind of just hear a thought and it doesn't feel like your thought, but you listen to it and you just go with that thing, and it's real cool. And that feels like that connection with either my guides or kind of the bigger version of myself that is operating at the fullest capacity, not stuck down here on the human plane of existence and all the other things, right? So with that, I decided very recently to let go of like self-imposed restrictions and other things that kind of keep you down. And that has been very good moving forward. That's why I want to make all this content. I just feel very lit up about sharing and speaking and kind of like putting things into the world. I believe it's just cool to do, and we all should share stuff. So if at some point you can't sleep and you just want to tap in and you hear your guides or you want to call on them, I just ask for some niceness and for them to kind of, hear me when I need them and they listen. So just, make up your own thing. That's how it all works. That's how this all works. It just, you believe and then it happens, and it is, and so it was, and is always, and was then, and you get it, right? And if you don't, hopefully you can ask me questions about it. I have here one of my wonderful wife's decks. She is very great for letting me use these, so thank you, Siobhan. I love you. Okay, these are very cool, and I completely planned out something different on my paper. That's fine. I can go with the flow. When I went over to pick up the deck of cards I intended, it didn't feel right. These ones felt a little bit more right based off of how I'm starting the video off, talking about energy healing, and these are going to be the Shamanic Healing Oracle cards. These have always resonated with me in very wonderful and pleasant ways, so I wanted to pull them, and I was originally thinking to do kind of like a past, a present, current moment, and then kind of like future, but I think if I was going to guide those, I might just ask my guides to kind of pull them for me and see like what messages I am supposed to receive, maybe about the lessons I've already kind of learned with some future advice, because I feel like recently the cards just keep speaking to me and telling me things I already know, which is really nice and confirming. This one has presented itself. I didn't see it yet. Oh, a lot of times people get this card, and it can be kind of scary. This is Death. This is also a very cool illustration of it. I love these cards very much. Very cool. They always resonate with me. So this is our Pass card. Okay, something tells me this one kind of fell out of the deck here, and I almost bent it. I kind of did a little bit. I'm gonna fold it back, but the thing is that just really says I need to be taken care of. So this is, ooh, that's cute. This is Forgiveness. Very nice card. So you can see the glare from Audacity recording this on my screen. Very cool card, though. I'll show them better in a second with the other camera while I'm not shuffling. And then I'll read them, and then we'll go to bed. Or something like that. Who knows when you're watching this? Hey. The dog be whining. There is one more here. Let's see. I think it's this one. All right. This is Stripping Illusions. Very cool. The dog is motivating me to go and hurry up because she needs to go pee. Okay, so death, I'll read it real quick. Death is scary. Endings, whether they are planned or a surprise, are most often accompanied with a sense of anxiety, unease, or more strongly with denial or refusal to let go of the person, relationship, or situation that is ending. Too much talking. Endings always signify beginnings, as in the beginning card. This card urges you to let go gracefully. Do not attach yourself to the emotions and the energy of what is ending. Feel it, experience it, and then let it go. A slight shift in perspective is sometimes all that is needed to experience this transition with grace and ease. Instead of thinking, oh no, I have to start all over, shift your perspective slightly and think, yay, I get to start all over. Well, this is kind of like a video I just recorded, actually. A little bit. This shift will raise your energetic vibrations and carry you through this time of change. This card can also signify the ending of a troublesome situation. Yeah, for me it does. 23 is forgiveness. This one's short. That makes it even easier to go quick. Forgiveness. It has been said forgiveness is the greatest gift we can give ourselves. Forgiveness of others, but also forgiveness of self. We are the most critical and judgmental of ourselves. The inner critic does so much more harm than criticism that comes from others. I think that's me right now. Gotta remember this. Forgive yourself for trusting others and getting hurt, for not knowing, for not seeing, for not believing. You are human, and you are growing and learning. Human perfection is rooted in imperfection. This card indicates the need for forgiveness in the situation asked about. Well, yeah, I think that's something I gotta remember. This is a slow climb, and it's just something that I gotta keep on doing and enjoying for myself. And last but not least, the future. The last one was present. Stripping illusions. The lotus flower is a funny plant. It flourishes in the muck and mud. Apparently, in spite of the muck of its birth, beautiful petals open up, layer after layer, revealing more and more of its inner beauty. You are being called to strip away illusion after illusion from your life. You are being asked to enable your true essence to shine through, allow layer after layer of false beliefs, cluttered thinking, unfulfilling relationships, chaotic environments to go by the wayside to reveal the perfect essence of your core self. This process is challenging at best. We tend to hold on to the illusions we have created thinking they keep us safe. All they really do is blind us to our true beauty and potential. This card is calling you to look your truth in the face and not let illusions cloud your view of the true beauty of yourself and others. Oh, that's very self-explanatory. I think they kind of all are a bit self-explanatory, but very nice for me. Very nice for me. I hope that they also resonate with you, because this is also your pulling of cards as well, if you didn't know, since you're here. So, yeah. Tell me how those resonate with you. If they do, if they don't, well, maybe it wasn't for you. Maybe another one that I do will be more accurately for you, but it's all about the times that we're living in. So anyway, this video says 20 minutes. When I edit it down, it's probably still going to be a long one. Appreciate it. Thank you.